Hello, everyone.
Hi, friendos.
Welcome to the DPad. I'm Rick.
I'm Geoff.
And this is PAX East 2020.
Look at it.
It is definitely the height of the day and not after hours when BYOC and the board gaming area is the only things that are actually open. Totally. I guess there's like card games and there's a few neat things that are open that are on like this side of things. We're quickly fixing up a few settings because we're doing this off Geoff's computer through Slobs, which is more geared towards Twitch at the moment. So we're kind of doing what we can there. I don't even know. Yeah, it's almost like more distracting that they throw like fake chat in there.
Yeah, I keep thinking like, oh, what are people saying random shit?
Yeah, we're messing with the settings on the fly.
Because I assume, yeah, plenty of people are
actually chatting and stuff.
Chatting.
Yep. We're working on it. Give us 1 second. We'll get that in there. But so yeah, it's the last Friday of the month, and what with it being PAX East and the fact that we were doing BYOC stuff, we figured we would do this from here. If obviously until the chat is visible, it's going to be a little bit tricky for us without going back and forth. But if our audio is chat box, YouTube chat. Yeah. If our audio is acting funky for one reason or another, please let us know. Oh, source, right there.
That was just this weird.
Oh, that's weird, yeah.
Maybe it's...
That's very strange. Or something. But yeah, let us know if our audio is doing weird stuff. I'm using the Tascam at the moment. You can see that bad boy right there. And his is plugged in through the headphones. Those are the ones you usually stream with, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my normal stream setup.
Nice. So there will probably be a difference between us. His has the noise suppression right now because of the, like, mine can use the line in, but I guess his can't, and line in doesn't have noise suppression, so it's a very convoluted. You're probably hearing a good amount of, like, room noise and stuff. That still looks like the Twitch one.
Yeah, it does.
That's weird. It's odd that it's like so insistent on being a Twitch chat.
Yeah, and it even says very specifically like, oh, you can use
YouTube
chat in this bad boy.
If you go into okay. We got a notification. I guess we'll start with this because why not? Because I just got a notification on it to my phone. We got a reminder that tomorrow we need to be here at BYOC by 1 p.m. Eastern because Geoff seems like his mic isn't on. Oh no! Oh, did it do a weird thing?
It's okay. I'll yell towards Rick and go in this direction.
We'll figure it out. It'll be great. We have to be back at 1 p.m. tomorrow, or before 1 p.m. tomorrow, because we actually made it to the semifinals of the annual Hard Drive Shuffleboard tournament.
Yeah.
We're 3-0, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually got stuck in the wild card. There was a wild card round of 1, and it was just us and one other pair. And yeah, we won that. We won the second one. We won the third one, which was very close. It was easily the defensive play of the tournament by the team against us.
It was so close.
Yeah, we basically I think we would have won that round otherwise. But yeah, they knocked ours out of the 3 and had like a hair to work with that kept it in the 3. Oh man. This is nuts.
Hey.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh no, that's Magician's Freeze just probably hopped on Twitch.
You're on Twitch and chatting.
Yes, yeah, we can see you.
That's really funny.
I have no idea what the delay is on this either, so that's even funnier. That's so odd that it's like, I'm trying to remember if I guess I didn't really use Streamlabs for the YouTube bit. Man.
I'm just trying to use like a capture of a window.
Yeah.
Window capture, there we go.
I hate to like see, you might be able to scroll down that list also. I was gonna say, like, in the worst case, we could try to That's odd. We could, like, let's go back into the chat box options one more time.
On this guy? Yeah. Yeah, we did. And it's on, I mean, obviously this is getting to YouTube, so. Also, so it should be capturing this little chat. Oh, thanks. It should be like capturing that. That should be it. Mine, yeah, yeah. We're both inaudible on YouTube right now. It went off again.
There we go. Okay, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna go through the settings real quick and see if there's a thing that'll keep it from turning the fuck off.
Oh yeah, there definitely is a like, you know, audio setting that
Yeah,
does that.
that's power save, enter, off. There we go. Now we should be good. It shouldn't be turning off anymore. Oh, did we just fall off entirely?
No, we're
Oh, you
still
paused
on
that.
stream,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just
It turned off because my Tascam, the Tascam has a power save setting that is set on by default when you're using battery power, which
Yeah.
this one is right now. Literally using the brand new Duracell Ultimate, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what it is. The Duracell Ultimatum.
Ultimate my ass.
Yeah. So this is interesting. I almost want to go through the chat box, like start of a new chat box one last time just to see. I'm wondering what are the stream settings themselves? I wonder if we accidentally left a setting.
A little window, kind of.
Okay. Can you know what you can do? Can you put in web page instead of window capture? Because that's what I usually do.
Probably, yeah.
Because if you go back to the window, well, not this one, but if you to that one, you can copy paste that URL on the top.
Okay. Let's do that.
And then you can go into like put in a web page. Oh my God, Geoff doesn't exist anymore.
I'm back.
Yay. Geoff, how does it feel to know you make a sexier rose than actual in-game rose?
Pretty good. Pretty happy with it, I think.
My chest agrees. It's a browser source, and then you can just paste it directly in. And don't do the thing that I do, which is let your index finger barely graze the C button on your way over to the V button and then have to start all over. There we go. There it is.
That's not bad.
That is not bad. Actually, you know what you can do? If you just make it go all the way to the bottom, we can then just cover it up with the logo.
Oh, yeah, good point. All right.
Whoop.
Wait,
We're off to it was the best of starts. It was the best of starts.
See, now you guys actually get to see behind the scenes.
Okay, cool. And then I think if we put the logo layer on top. Does it not do layer ordering? What?
It should.
This is the weirdest shit. You know, I was getting ready to start switching over to slobs as soon as the Elgato was behaved, and I'm getting really nervous about that choice. Okay.
I'm just getting rid of the old chat.
Yeah, but getting rid of the other chat underneath freed that up.
Hey, okay.
For no reason. So I'd say drag that to the bottom and then just make the chat even taller. Oh, it's on the bottom. That's why. Yeah.
Above that and this.
There we go. So yeah, if you drag that down so it's on the actual bottom. The logo.
Oh, the logo.
Because there's like a little gappy bit that's under the There you go. And then that looks pretty good. All right. Oh, I was gonna say you might want to click on the top before you make it go away. Scroll down, or rather pull it down, and then click on the top bit that says top chat and change that to live chat.
I have to do that in the actual window.
Oh, yeah, you may have to just copy and paste that because it's not reading from the window.
Oh, did it change the...
No. I don't know if it changes the URL. Are you able to interact with the web pages you load up?
Not here.
Interesting. Okay. That is also a thing that the other one does very well. I don't know if that's actually going to change anything.
No, it changed the URL supposedly.
I don't think it did. It's still top chat instead of live chat. Interesting. So I think the difference between those is all front end. I don't think it actually reloads anything. Interact. Oh, there was a button that said interact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Underneath remove. There you go. Yeah, we're learning stuff today, you guys.
Fixed.
All right. I think that'll do. Yeah, right around there's.
All right.
Okay, it will do. Nice. Okay, so do you want to try to like get your mic? Do you want to like just unplug and replug yours and just see if that does anything?
Yeah, I'll mess with it a little bit.
I'll get us started, I guess, in the meantime, because we'll swing back around to the subject of PAX shortly. I guess let's roll through our schedule-y stuff in the meantime here, but if I pull the thing up. So yeah, Ring Fit Adventure has been going pretty well. I've at least managed to do all but one day of any given week that I'm doing it. Like obviously today and yesterday, there was no. Oh, that was yours. I thought that was mine. Today and yesterday there was no Ring Fit Adventure, but you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday there were. Those are the only ones that I was like intending to do stuff for. So mine is line, and so you want Mike for yours. There you go. That should be. Did mine just? Oh no, I think it's. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I'm still good. But yeah, so that's been going really well. We're I think 22 days in, and it's been going well. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I didn't think I was going to have time, and then stuff changed, and then it was too late to really get into it, and so there'll be plenty next week. I can say with a strong degree of certainty that we'll at least get 4 of those 5 days. We might lose Thursday, but hopefully we get Tuesday in there. Oh. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Actually hearable, right?
Yeah, if anything, you might want to turn yours down a teensy tiny bit. Yeah, right around there.
Usually it's like 4. Yeah, but that's perfect.
There you go. Nice. All right, cool. But yeah, so let's just pull that there. Robo Geoff. Uh-oh. Mecha Geoff. Oh, no.
Oh my God, am I drowning it?
Oh, no. That was one of the weirdest videos. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Maybe that gain is just like way too strong? I don't know.
That's what to me at least.
Oh, it could be a bitrate thing? Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, what bitrate are we even sending this at?
6,000.
Okay, all right. And we're doing it through the wireless.
Is it any better now?
Geoff's mouth is full of bees. Oh, my God. This is the grand experiment, you guys. It's robotic, but also soft.
So yours is line in.
It's the softest robot. Yeah, mine should be line in and yours is mic. Although we could just switch it, yeah.
It's USB.
Oh, it's a USB one. Ah, that would be, yeah.
All right, why don't you keep?
Yeah, I'll keep this party rolling.
Just chat with people.
We'll figure this out, guys. It's the beauty and the majesty and the mystery. So, your ring fit's good. Not a lot to say about that. I think I'm down somewhere between 12 and 14 pounds, depending on where we're measuring from where we started, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to keep that going. Hopefully it goes well. There's a lot of cheating going on with the food at PAX, the food and drink at PAX. It's kind of hard to avoid, to be perfectly honest. But today I went overboard. Tomorrow's going to be more of a restrained sort of day. But we'll see how that goes. Tingle's balloon trip, ripened Tingle's balloon trip of love. Let me. Oh.
I'm gonna take it. Sorry, that was probably immensely loud.
Howie. Oh, that's still loud. I can turn myself down. How am I doing now? Okay, let me crank this back up a little bit. There we go. That's a pretty comfy zone there.
Let me.
Throw this down a little more. There we go. This is wild.
Okay.
All right.
So, I don't know if I can use this unless we, like, reload Streamlabs, like, because it doesn't have the sound in the thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Scroll back up.
Okay.
Oh no, that's mine.
Yeah, that's you.
Huh. Quiet Geoff. Oh wait. Oh, is that because they can hear you through mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just because you can hear me through rigs.
Yep. Huh.
Let's do a quick experiment. We're
Okay.
gonna do this. Ready?
Oh, that's the webcam audio. You're barely audible on there, it looks like.
Is this webcam audio, like, really bad and crazy room loud? Or is it, like, can you actually hear us?
Oh, baby, there's that crowd ASMR. Yeah, I think everybody's coming in rather loud.
There's a lot of people back in that direction.
It's fairly bad.
It's fairly bad.
I'm so confused now.
We should we can restart slabs, restart this whole thing, and just pretend that we came in
Oh my God.
right here.
I mean, if the headset will work, we can briefly bail, and I think we can rejoin the stream video. Looks like the subway is crossing right behind you. Oh God. Ow.
I mean, if it's doable, then we can just use that mic. Like, yeah, you can see how, like,
yeah, that is
heavily.
Loud AF. Actually.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, hang on. So if you turn mine back on.
You're this.
That one right there. Now, if we change the setting on that, we might be able to just choose. I assume that's the one we want. Yes. So yeah, now unmute that. Oh.
All right, how's this?
Hey. Winner, chicken dinner.
This seems like it's just me and that's just Rick. Yeah. Stream 5.
Yes. You have very sweaty palms right now.
Thank you
the
very
nerves
much
of doing this live.
to the illustrious evil hippie for helping us out.
Yes.
Come and say hi. There he is.
There it is. Oh my God.
Okay. So now I have my own microphone. Rick has his own
Yes.
microphone. All right, let's
No, we'll just call it there. It's been fun, guys. We'll see you later.
yeah. All right, now that we got it all set up, thanks for coming, everyone.
Yeah. So.
Peace out.
Oh my God. Let's see. Tingle's going well. I don't think. No, we did have Tingle this week. I don't know that we're gonna have any for next week. Recording this weekend
Alex says thank you.
is going to be minimal at best. The amount of recording that will happen will depend entirely on when I get back on Sunday from here.
Yep.
It will depend on whether I can bribe this guy into stopping in for some period of time. And it will also depend on... So I brought it just because I was like, it's hypothetically possible if we find a pocket of time where we want to. I brought the DS, and like the cable that this is currently plugged into is the audio cable that we use for recording DS. So like we have everything we would need to record some Star Force. So
Oh man.
I know.
Star Force at
Star
PAX?
Force at PAX, maybe.
Maybe.
But that was like the one thing where it's like this is the only thing that is even hypothetical. I didn't realize that Dave wasn't gonna, have stuff on hand. So I'm just like I've got two plugs and that is it.
Yeah.
If I realized that he wasn't, then I was like, okay, I can try to steal two for a little while for like a thing.
Mhm.
But we, as you can see, we don't have our usual mic setup.
Yeah.
Because that is another outlet for the soundboard. The XLRs are all phantom power, so that just comes through there. But it's still like I couldn't reliably, like the alternative would have been like, okay, hey, let's record some stuff. Quick, Geoff, unplug your shit and let me plug my stuff in to steal yours.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Tingle, we don't have any new episodes for next week as of right now. If we do, it'll be the crossing of stars of a large proportion. But next week I get the sneaking suspicion we won't have any, which is fine. Next week is probably gonna be kind of light, which is okay.
Yep.
Pokemon Sword, same exact thing. We're not doing Sword unless we have Geoff and Ben, and I don't know what Ben's schedule for this weekend is at all.
Yeah.
So
Ben and
change
I have
things
just
up.
happened to have been kind of off timed
It happens.
with each other
Yeah.
recently.
It's tricky in the winter just because it's harder like to get around and stuff. So
It just sucks more to drive.
exactly. I will say, and I posted this on Twitter. I'm going to say it now, with the words coming out of my mouth, so there's no question. Ripened Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love. I'm going to say that a little clearer.
Yes.
I'm going to try that one more time. Ripened Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love is the best Zelda game on the Nintendo DS. Let's compare. We've got freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land.
All right.
We've got Tingle's pack, whatever the fuck that was called, the Tingle pack, which was like a bunch of the little apps and mini games.
Which was nothing. Yeah.
Yep. We got Tingle's Balloon. I think it was just called Tingle's Balloon Fight. The little balloon fight clone.
which is just Balloon Fight.
We have The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass,
Which I've never even seen, I don't think.
it's not particularly good.
Mm.
And then The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks,
You take that
which
back.
I think it's not necessarily a worse game, but it did not learn anything from Phantom Hourglass, did not improve anything from Hourglass, and you have even less that you can do, like less control over what you explore.
Hmm.
The only thing that saves Spirit Tracks in any way is that I think it's the best iteration of Princess Zelda that the series has seen.
Okay.
She's the one silver line to that game. But that's it. That's all of the DS games for Zelda. You got Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. You've got the first Tingle game, which was a massive pain in the ass, and very long and slow. And then you've got Tingle Minigame Land and Tingle Clones and NES game.
Bye, Kargoth.
Later.
Hi, Allie.
So yeah, I'm gonna say it one more time. Tingle's Balloon Trip is the best DS Zelda game. I didn't think that was gonna be the case when we got started with it. If anything, I was dreading Tingle's Balloon Trip because I was like, oh good, we get to do another 80 plus episodes of struggling against a game that doesn't want to be beaten. But I've been enjoying it very well.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started, I was like, oh god, this is going to be such a slog, and I'm not going to have any fun. But at this point, like, there's flaws.
Oh,
but
sure.
It's,
yeah, they all do. They're like, even
still good.
It is. There are maybe. Nope. Never mind. I was gonna say. I think I think there's two, but think about it now, there may be only one Zelda game I can think of that doesn't have any like glaring flaws of any sort, and that'd be A Link to the Past. I don't know of, I can't think off the top of my head of any like big red flags that are like, wow, they really should have fixed that.
Yeah, no, it's not like, no showstoppers.
Yeah.
Flaws, that sort of thing.
I was gonna say two and say the Wind Waker, but the speed of the sail was definitely enough of a problem that they made the speed sail upgrade for the Wii U version. Which, if we're talking about re-releases as well, I could make an argument for Wind Waker HD being a not flawless, but like no big neon signs going in the background.
Yes, yeah, nothing that you really look at and you're like. Ugh.
The biggest problem with that one at that point would be I wish there were more dungeons, because there's 6, I think.
Yeah.
If you're being very generous, you could say 7, and that's you've got your Earth and Wind temples, you've got the volcano, which I'm blanking on the name of right now, Dragon Roost Isle.
Yes.
And the Forbidden Woods. You've got the Tower of the Gods in the center. You've got Hyrule Castle itself.
Yep.
And you've got the dark. I was gonna say Forbidden Tower. That's not right. Where Shadow Ganon and all that stuff is going.
Yeah,
on.
I don't remember what it's called.
But anyway, do not count Tetra. For what? For which? Tetra as one of the best Zeldas. I think Tetra is a great Zelda. I think Tetra is a phenomenal Zelda and probably the best in a vacuum. The problem is Wind Waker Zelda ruins Tetra. Wind Waker Zelda, once she has the wah, like, oh, you're Zelda, her character is just annihilated. It's brutal to watch a character with a lot of really like cool characterization, personality, just become this papered fucking thing that does nothing and sits and waits for you to save her, and it's like, oh, balls.
Yeah.
And then in Phantom Hourglass, she gets stuck in the ghost ship, and you don't see her till the end of the game, so she's useless there. So Tetra in Tetra in Wind Waker is great, but across the game, she gets ruined at the halfway point. Whereas Spirit Tracks Zelda starts a little bit kind of irritating, but it's kind of like that's an intended character trait, and then she starts getting like manic by the end because she's been a disembodied ghost for 15 hours of gameplay, and she's like, we're getting my goddamn body back. I swear to God. Or sorry, Spirit Tracks. I think I said Phantom Hourglass.
Right.
Forsaken Fortress. Thank you. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. D-pad and chill. So the trick with D-pad and chill is just that like it is very time consuming. It does rely on who's around, especially for the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That one requires John's presence. That one was a specific one that, like, part of what convinced me that we should do a D-pad and chill of those instead of just a big chunk of a review was when we talked about the old Sonic cartoons. I was like, that show was so bad, and we were just desperate for more, like, Ren and Stimpy-esque stuff, Looney Tunes-esque things going on.
The really insane stuff.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, man, it was pretty good. And then we watched like 4 episodes. He's like, okay, it wasn't very good, but so like that's kind of where we're at with that. But so yeah, coming right back at you. I've considered doing a series Leaf 4 because there is actually an overarching plot to that. The problem is there's 100 episodes with no clean breaks between stuff. Like there are unofficial arcs that show goes through that are roughly 25 episodes long. So you could hypothetically do like a 4-part thing, but it's just a big chunk, and I don't know if I can justify that when there's so much stuff that is on the plate already that needs that focus. Like the Mega Man NT Warrior review, that has been like 2 months of off and on work. Actually, more like 3, because I wrote the script in December, and then we didn't even film it till January, and I didn't really get any chance to like edit it until February. So it's been a huge mess getting that set up. Usually they're not that bad, but we just had a lot of conflicting like schedules. We were trying at first to get John in on it, and then we just like missed each other, so I had to like rewrite a decent chunk of the script, and like there was a bunch of stuff that was going on.
I will like mod people if we need to for the moment. Like please don't double, triple, quadra, ultra, pentapost.
Yeah.
But we'll try not to block or kick anybody right away. But we do have the ability, just so people know that we're not helpless.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So actually, the fun part was, so we mentioned in the NT Warrior review, I put a line in there because, so once we hit access and stream, if I mentioned to Ben or John, like, hey, we got an NT Warrior review coming up, they're just like, oh god, oh, there's so much of that. They watched the first season with me for the most part. They didn't watch anything past. They might have watched season 2. They did not watch season 3 or 4, so it was all on me to watch it. But they were aware of how much content there was, and they were aware of how long the reviews got, because they did get bulky just because there's so much content. Yeah. And I really did my best to just fly through unimportant shit with those, because access and stream were 50 plus episodes that were half an hour long. So that is literally, you sit there for an entire day watching them without a break, and you're still not going to be done.
Yeah.
So so much content, and I had to do it a second time for stream. So when Beast came around, I would be like, "Hey Ben, hey John, oh
bye Hippie.
We got another review coming up. There's God damn it, there's so much." I was like, "Actually, there's only half as many episodes this time." And they're like, "Okay, all right." And I did the math and was like, it's about 11-ish hours of content overall. Because it's not really a half an hour. It's like 25 minutes and yada yada.
Okay.
It's actually 23 and a half when you take out this thing. Slide over a teeny bit there.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, fine. And then when we got to Beast Plus, it's 26 episodes, but the episodes are like 9.25, 9.5 minutes long. So the entire thing is like 4 hours and 13 minutes or something. And I'm like, I could literally sit through this entire thing in a long afternoon.
Yeah.
And I'd be fine. So it wound up being a pretty smooth, watching it was not bad. I watched the first 6 episodes on one night. And then I was just tired. So a week later I watched the rest of it in one big sitting. So watching it has gotten easier. But yeah, the ones that were 50 episodes long, it's that was several months of just slotting away time to watch 4 or 5 episodes in a row and just go for it.
It's just an incredible commitment of time.
Just Shapes and Beats, just to jump on it, because I'm seeing our chat on this side. Oh, it's actually, we've got it lined up. I think that's, oh no, we have more. Regardless, Just Shapes and Beats is something that we try to record when we have a lot of people around, and especially if we can get some combo of John, CJ, Ben around, because they're not familiar with it. Me and Geoff played it when we were in New York, and Sarah was there for it. So the three of us are aware of everything that goes on in the game.
I'm so in for Shapes and Beats the next time we're chilling.
I specifically was trying to make it so that I wasn't playing, because I didn't want to kind of hold the hands.
If I have to convince you, I don't know if I told you, but that game has great music.
It does.
From beginning to end.
It has excellent music. I've got a few tracks from that stowed away
on my playlist.
On the playlist, but in addition to stowed away being oh, I could use this for something down the line. I got an idea or two. There's 2 in particular that I have in mind for very specific things. So
and Hyper Potions is the kind of band that if you contact and we're like, hey, can we use this for a film project? They might be like. I want
to briefly mention, because I wanted to put a little text overlay in case people were like, wow, you missed blank. We did the Sonic review. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I have not seen the
Okay,
Sonic
then I won't go spoilers
movie.
with it. But we did a list of here's all these references that are in the movie. And it was fairly extensive, but there were 2 in particular that I realized after the fact, wow, how did we forget to talk about that? Because one of them, in my seat, I was just like, oh my god, is that the very first thing you hear after the movie starts is Hyper Potions. They play the song from the ad for Sonic Mania.
Oh.
As the very first thing you hear in the movie. And it's that's great.
That's really nice to hear.
Yeah. They also famously have, I'm not going to say it, because I think if I say it, if you're familiar with it, then it might ruin the kind of moment of it. But when they mention the Blue Devil, they bring up a rather prominent meme from real life, from the internet. They bring that up, which I thought was fucking hilarious. And I wish that John had joined us that night, because that would have been hilarious. We were like, I cannot believe that they canonized that into this movie. But regardless,
I'm so pumped to actually go and see it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is surprisingly good. Out of all of the video game movies that I've seen, it's probably the most. It would be either that one or Silent Hill as the best one. And I don't particularly like Silent Hill the movie. there are things I really like about it. There are parts about it that I'm like, meh.
Big
But
meh.
like,
yeah.
I can appreciate that it actually is done with a level of artistry and
Okay.
there's thought put into it. So somewhere between those two is the champion. But yeah, it's easily one of the best, and it's doing really, really good at the box office too. So
Which is good because I want Silent Hill Let's Play win. I don't know. Let's ask CJ.
yeah,
I feel like
well, so I mean, we're currently doing Resident Evil at the moment, but I'm sure that we can find an excuse to be like, Silent Hill is in Resident Evil, and if you say it is, people come out from under your bed at night to stab you directly in the sternum. But we're gonna watch it anyway,
Yeah.
or something, you know. Like, I'm sure we'll watch it at some point.
Yeah.
But
I really appreciate that, Nuclear.
scrolling down the thing, can't say hi up.
Yeah, Kate Survivor was great music too. Imagine that.
Yep. Let's see.
Detective Pikachu wouldn't be bad to D-pad and chill.
What's that?
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu. I thought about doing one of those.
Which
as well.
I still haven't fucking seen.
I haven't either.
Seems. Oh really?
I have not either. Yep. I bought it
That
on
seems
YouTube.
Unlikely.
Because I'm doing the weird, probably not wise thing of being like, well, I can watch YouTube on my phone, literally anywhere. So I bought it. I can watch Detective Pikachu on my phone if I want, or I can watch it at home, or I can watch it at work if I want to get fired. Like, you know, there's I now have options as opposed to I would usually like sometimes I'll buy Blu-rays. The Marvel movies when we do those for movie nights at the round table, those are Blu-rays. I buy the Blu-rays.
Right. Yeah.
If anything, I haven't bought anything past Avengers because I'm probably just gonna buy the full Infinity Saga box set.
Oh, mega set, yeah.
Because like if I'm going to buy 17 movies anyway, I may as well just buy the 23 and have a uniform set, as opposed to they keep changing shit as they go. So at least if I buy it as a box set, they're all going to be uniform in the box.
Yeah. You've got an A to Z set.
Yeah. From Ant-Man to Black Panther.
I was gonna say it's Infinity War.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the last one would be. I guess it'd probably be like Thor, wouldn't it? Thor.
Last alphabetically or last
Ragnarok?
in the Infinity War series?
Out of all the Infinity Saga movies, what would be the last one alphabetically? I think it might be Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, it might be. I think it is. That's weird. Yeah, because there's no U's, there's no V's. W, X, Y, Z. No. Yeah. It'll be at some point overtaken by X-Men, but.
Oh, so something I wanted to do since like the beginning of the stream, and I'll interrupt before we move on to our next point or anything. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little 360 of what the BYOC area looks like.
Do it.
I'll pick it up. So
I'll narrate from my seat.
Grab you guys
as you narrate from up in the air.
Pick you up and
He's
try
picking
not
you
to
up,
rip
babies.
out every cable at the same time.
There we go. That's the corn dog station.
This'll do. Yeah, look, this is the ceiling. That's awesome. Okay.
All right.
So here's us.
Hello.
And we are sort of like at the very back of the convention center.
Yeah.
So around from us is the back side.
Another 3 rows, I think. Yep.
Yep. And then that's just the back wall.
Yeah.
And way, 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 I got to do this while also looking. Way, way, way that direction.
Yep.
Is like the very front of the convention center.
Yeah, that's the front left corner. If you keep going along that wall, then that gets you to the front door, past like THQ Nordic, Nintendo, all that stuff.
Down that side and all the way to the front. So like literally a half a mile that way is the front of the building.
Yeah.
And we're in the BYOC area, which you can see is kind of
right over there.
surrounded.
That spot the camera just passed over is where we were kind of hanging last year.
Yep. Yeah, we had this little end side over there, but it's different people. And this is like that's Beans' rigged. Here's mine hidden back behind there.
Mine is over to the left somewhere. Oh God.
Yeah. I almost went upside down. Here's Evil Hippie's like pretty rad.
Yeah, that is a real slick setup there.
Yeah, he's got a big old boy.
Yep.
And then
mine is a little bit over there. That's my that one right there. That one's mine.
It's the D-pad rig.
There's a lot of power in there. The case is like looks like it came out of '97. I don't know how that happened, but
it's just a big black case.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's what BYOC looks like. All the way around to the side. The pink things you see over there. Oh yeah,
that's the shuffleboard zone.
If you want to begin the story of our night.
Yeah, we signed up for shuffleboard. They do hard drive shuffleboard, which is like they'll take the dead hard drives, or if they're not before, they certainly are at the end. Hard drives from computers, and you play shuffleboard with them with PVC pipes. And yeah, so general rules of the game are pretty standard for shuffleboard. If you get into the zone, so their rule is there has to be some piece of the hard drive that is above the inside section within the boundaries of the tape. If it's just over the tape, it doesn't matter. It has to be inside of that zone, and it's the highest scoring point if it's on two sides or something. So if it's straddling a line between 2 and 3, it's 3. And we lit it up. We had a pretty good first round.
Yeah, not only did we light it up, we also had to play an extra match, the pigtail. If we were supposed to be.
So there were originally 15 teams. We were supposed to be the first match because slot 1 was a bye, and we were slot 2. And then as we're setting up, the team that we're supposed to go up against, it was like, oh no, we're going. DPad, you go over there. I'm like, oh, all right, we're not with them. It's like, no, okay. Another team comes up. They signed up. They got they were a little bit later, but they were team number 16. So suddenly, there's a 16. But in fact, they weren't 16. They were 17. And suddenly, our match was the one wild card that was just pigtailed off to the end.
So we had one more than anybody else to get to the finals.
So we played that match and then immediately played round 1. So we did 2 matches in a row. The second one went. It's weird because on the one hand, I thought that we generally did better. I think it was just because they also did better.
Yes.
It was tight. But the last round started with us in the lead, 20-17.
Yeah.
But it's very tight. And it's just whoever's winning whoever wins at the end of the round where either team hits 21. So even if I got 1 point, hooray, we got 21. But if they get 9 points and we get 3 or something, then they have more points at the end of the round, so they would win. So then we waited for a while, and we got back in there for our third match, and things were going very well. We were generally doing well.
Rick fucking picked us up in
I had a real good round.
By game 3,
eights.
Rick was fucking killing it.
I think I had two 8s in this, and the best you can do is 9. You've got 3 discs on your side. And so we were doing generally pretty well, I think. We had a pretty healthy lead. And then, so there was a point where it was 21-16, I think it would have had to be. So we basically had I think it was 21-16, because I had one in the 3 zone.
Oh, you're saying the finisher.
Yeah.
We already won. Yeah.
So we started that round with, I don't remember what, but I've done all of mine. My last one goes out, and it's now 21-16 if the round ends right there. And the guy that's on my side for the other team goes and does his and manages to knock one of my 3s out. And his is like a millimeter into the 3 zone and almost leaves it entirely. So now it is 19-18 to go into an actual final round.
It was a 6-point swing in
that
one.
Was critical.
And then I managed to finish it off by gently applying
just like
some
soft
points.
shoe a couple points in.
Real baby steps there, but
the guy on the other team just kind of like he just overshot it by like not much either. Like that first one was close.
So the moral of the story is that we played a bunch of hard drive shuffleboard today and did really well, and we are in the semifinals,
which are tomorrow at 1 p.m. here in the BYOC area.
Yep, I'm gonna see if it's possible, maybe that when we're doing the thing,
if you can just
I
walk
can set up this camera. The cord's pretty long, that maybe I could just like at least show a
or if like you can ask maybe Hippie or someone else can just kind of like have a hand on it just to kind of like keep it in the air
somebody to point it.
Yeah,
but it all happened right over there. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you all of our DPad successes, and our team name is the DPad.
The DPad.
So we're out there for competing, all of you guys.
Yes. To answer the question of the I don't know where it is on that side, but so is there not just a Marvel Phase 3 box set? No, because there's 2 Marvel Phase 3 box sets. There's Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 Part 1, and Phase 3 Part 2. Because Phase 1 has 6 movies. Phase 2 has 6 movies. Phase 3 has 11 movies. 2 of which are Infinity War and Endgame, which are fucking ultra long. So I'm sure box set number 3.1 is like Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, Black Panther. What else would go in there?
In one?
Civil War. I'm forgetting a bunch of them now.
Oh, no.
Well, regardless, it would be actually Ant-Man was Phase 2. Come to think of it, but it would have been 6 movies, and then I assume the second box set would have been like Infinity War Endgame, just because they're longer. Captain Marvel, Spider-Man Far From Home, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, I assume it's just Infinity War to the end of the saga at that point.
All right, let's go back to Red Onyx's question because I think they asked it twice and I almost got to
it. I have a plan. I'm not gonna discuss the Kingdom Hearts stuff right now.
Oh, okay.
There is a plan for that.
All right, yeah. In response to Red Onyx about the Kingdom Hearts marathon, we're gonna do something, but we're not gonna.
There's a plan
keep it
for
secret
it
at the moment.
Don't you worry.
Okay, what else did we miss?
They're not American box sets. They're region-free European ones. Really? See, this is the other reason I want to get just the full Saga box set, because there's no confusion over region lock or regioning or any of that stuff. So let's kind of figure that out. Whoops! Oh my God.
What else we got?
So now that we've swung the long way around, Pokemon Let's Go is still on hold. We were trying to get some episodes done when John was around before. We didn't manage to do that.
Yep.
He's been in the process of moving, though. From the sound of it, he might literally be about to move into the same building that Dave and Anthony happen to also live in.
Oh, really?
So hilariously, they might be in a position where they can just do stuff whenever.
That would be actually pretty fucking great.
Yeah, I think that'd probably work out pretty solid for them.
Right.
Especially if John thinks he's going to be there for a while, then the D-pad can get him some equipment that will help him stream a little easier, which will be nice.
Yeah.
But Let's Go Pikachu at the very latest. It will be back on and let me see if I can get the date right this time, the 17th. I think that Monday is the 17th, because he's going to be around that weekend, and we're going to make sure that there's some Let's Go Pikachu going on. One of these days, there will be Pokemon Insurgence and Pokemon Yellow and Sun and Ultra Sun coming back, but those are we're not touching those until Sword, Pikachu, and Eevee are completely off the table, because nothing's going to make it more confusing than randomly reviving a years-old series for a week.
Something that we really haven't been into for a while.
Yeah.
But
That was kind of there. I had floated the idea at one point of going like, hey, if I get caught up with Insurgents, if we just randomly don't have weeks of Sword or Pikachu and Eevee, we can just slot in a week of Insurgents. And then I thought about it, I was like, that will just make things more complicated.
It'll break things up even more, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched a bunch of the Insurgents Nuzlocke myself.
Yep.
And
as a beefy fucker of a game.
It really is.
Because if I remember correctly, I think there's 138 episodes.
Yeah.
Of that series.
Really fucking long.
And it is and it didn't get any easier at any point. I will applaud it for this. It's mostly cheap shots, but it is a really solid Nuzlocke. It has kept my amateur ass on my toes the entire time. I can get through, Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Pokemon X and all these things, and I can get through them. X was a problem because I lost all my best dudes, and I had to spend time actually building teams back up. But we can kind of traipse through most of the modern Pokemon games. They have gotten a bit easier over the years. Insurgents is kicking my ass up and down the block, which is good, because that means probably for someone who actually does Nuzlocks a lot more regularly than I do, it's probably gonna want it's probably a pretty healthy pace for people who are who do it more, I guess. Whoa,
Oh, cool. We're getting.
Oh, that's odd.
All right. Well, it just seems like it's just nobody that's double posting.
Looping stuff. That's awkward.
Oh, let's wait. So,
oh no.
Ali50 said, if I decided on what new game to stream or they continue to be postponed.
Oh yeah.
So, I kind of held off on streaming for a while after finishing the Rimworld thing, just because I really wanted to stabilize my time and really pick a time, because I was on and off, and I'd miss a day and then have 3 weeks straight and then miss 2 weeks and things like that.
It was football season. That always kind of throws just the biggest ass monkey wrench into everything.
I watch a lot of football.
Because you have a football show.
Yes.
You have to actually pay attention to be able to keep that up.
Yes, yeah. My good friend Evil Hippie, who you all know, and I host a fantasy football show for our fantasy football league, reviewing all the matchups and funny things that happen in the league. So yeah, I watch a lot of football for a reason. But anyway, to actually answer the question, I believe the next game I'm going to do is Azure Dreams. It's like kind of like a roguelike. It's got floors, much like Persona.
Yeah.
It's like, and nobody has really ever heard of it or played it.
Yeah, I had not heard of it until you told me about it. I didn't want to, my hair is super staticky all of a sudden. I don't know what happened
It was
there.
looking really good early, though.
I know, and all of a sudden it's just like, there's one little tuft. I'm like, ooh, let me
Touch
fix that.
something metal. Touch that. See if it just goes away.
No.
Ooh. You guys see the science that happened? His hair just...
Did it actually
It went
dip
down by like a very short bit. I don't know.
I don't know.
I wish that was electrified so I could have
oh god.
shocked him.
But so I was gonna. Oh no, it went back up. I was gonna say there was a. I was waiting for the like. So after all that time of doing Rimworld, I've decided after a long time thinking about it, that my next game is gonna be Rimworld. Actually.
Well, it almost fucking was.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rimworld, as a quick aside, there is now a new DLC. There's a big update to the core game, but there's now a new DLC that's Royals that introduces like royal factions and royalty structures within your colony. So you can
hierarchies.
Yes, you can be the king and have a structure that's set up so you have peasants and like knights.
What a great morale boost as you try to escape a planet.
Oh yeah.
Setting up your own fiefdom.
Yes, yeah. I mean, basically, we were like the kingdom of Manifaction.
Yep.
We just
a
nice kingdom.
Next time it'll have to be like Kingdom of Faction or something.
Yeah, the Kingdom of Faction.
Oh my god.
So yeah, probably will go back to Rimworld sometime soon. It's a fun mix it up stream too. So,
yeah.
But I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna do the same thing as I did last time. Whoever wants to be named after a pawn, throw your name into I'll throw your name into a list, and whenever I get a new one, I'll just roll and choose somebody. So, let's see.
Scrolling through the chat real quick, just to...
Why is John's character a bruised up red Link? I don't know.
So the story basically goes that I forget exactly when we did it, but we recorded the first 5 weeks of the Legendary Let's Play back in 2013 before any of them went up. It was 25
That's
episodes of... Actually, it might not have been... I forget if we did 5 weeks of Zelda 1, but we definitely did 5 episodes of A Link to the Past and 5 episodes of Ocarina. We might have done 5 episodes of 5 weeks worth of Zelda also. But we did a lot of Zelda right away. And if you go back and watch those, like, I was constantly... Whoops, sorry. I literally just whacked the mic. That probably sounded great.
Yeah.
I was constantly saying we should bomb stuff to, like, see if there's hidden walls and things and hidden caves. So that's why my dudes got bombs. John was constantly getting himself hurt, and literally I think he did die once or twice while trying to grab a fairy. So that was kind of the thing. CJ was usually the one that tended to be the navigator, so that's why we gave him a map.
Yep.
And I forget why Ian had the candle. It might have, or no, was that Dustin has the candle? Ian has the ropes, aka snakes. I think because they fucked him up a lot in the dungeon. And we basically turned to Megan. We're like, hey, could you draw these sometime in the next like few weeks? And she's like, and then she did, and they were great. So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, Alex, you definitely need a... Alex Pup made it off the planet, though. That's my thing.
Yeah.
He lived. Okay. What did I...
Oh, man, so there's the double posts.
Up here.
A marathon of
considered
Metroid.
Doing a marathon of Metroid?
Oh, boy.
I love Super Metroid, and I would love to do a randomizer run.
I was gonna say we've talked about the idea of doing a Link to the Past Super Metroid randomizer with you taking on Metroid and then passing the controller for Link to the Past and vice versa.
Yes.
Which could be interesting because I know almost nothing about Super Metroid whatsoever.
Yeah. And I know Link to the Past, but I have not played it in a long time. And I wouldn't know where to go and like where to look for treasures and things like that. So.
And I've now got experience with a Link to the Past randomizer. So.
Yep.
And some of the tricks and things that you can do to get through areas if you seem like you're stuck.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to practice my my endless jumps and my wall jumps and.
Oh man, it's the very thing.
Falls.
It's the very thing that screwed us way back in the day. Forschungsstation. Back in the old accidental German days. The deep, distant past of, I think that was 2011. I think that was like September 2011.
Also, I just wanted to point out Somebody asked why, or Kirby asked why is it called Rimworld? And Zim
Because
was
it's
correct.
2020 and everybody's
Well,
rimming.
Zim was correct in saying the worlds are on the rim of known space.
Ah.
But I also have to note that nobody's answer is that it's a world that eats ass is very accurate. Every Rimworld sucks ass, and you want to get off of it. So I laughed at that joke like 2 minutes ago and had to.
Oh my god.
Have we played Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah.
Yes. Next question.
Yep.
Let's see. And Ben was the boat because Ben, I think, was Ben and Carolyn, because they came out at the same time, wound up kind of being the trend setters for kind of how we handle what we call the chibi links going forward, and that is whatever we're playing at the time is going to define what people get for their dude. So Felice has Sheik,
sucks ass,
because Ocarina of Time was being played when she first showed up.
Right.
Ben has the boat because he showed up. The first episode was Wind Waker.
King Red Lions.
Carolyn was Ravio because we were also playing. Oh my god, A Link Between Worlds at the time.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to go through as vaguely chronologically as I can, but I'm realizing that was. So Dustin got just like a yellow Link because he was there way back when we were kind of at the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to think what came between then and yours. Oh, Lindsay is literally the fairy. Like she's just a pink fairy.
Yeah, a Navi-like fairy.
Yeah.
They're just called fairies. Yeah.
Yes. And then you've got Tingle.
Yep.
Because we're right in the.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky.
You're owning it though. Your Chibi Link is
I actually really like Tingle.
I think it's a great one.
That drawing is pretty bang on for me. I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's me.
Yeah. No, it's great. I think it's awesome.
No, it is. It is good. In regards to playing the randomizers, Alex, it would be fun to actually send out the seed string.
Yeah.
When we go to do the combo randomizer, we can send out the seed string to people and play along. Hopefully not tell us, and spoil where treasures are and stuff. But also, if we ever get hyper stuck, we can be like, okay, has anybody found where the book is?
That's
or
where, yeah. So like
where
that's
the fuck is Ice Beam or something.
Right. So for my Zelda ones, I just hang on to the stream and then hang on to the seed, and then at the end of the series, I'll just be like, all right, there we go. We're here's the seed if anyone wants to do it.
Hi, Fido. Sorry, I'm just getting to
Hey,
your
it's
comment
Fido. Let's see. I'm actually looking forward to doing another. I saw the Wind Waker one was so good. I'm looking forward to doing another Zelda randomizer fairly soon. Mm-hmm. I don't know what progress on the Majora's Mask randomizer is. I know that one's kind of been in active progress for a while. Because there's way more variables to a Majora's Mask run than there is to an Ocarina one. Because you have to always assume that you have to start from Clock Town and branch outward
and move from there. Yeah.
So I feel like the complexity of their checks are going to be way more intricate. And there's probably a lot more you got your one item, reset, and go find another.
Yeah.
It's going to get crazy.
You've wasted all that time, you may as well start from a new place.
I was debating a Link's Awakening one at some point, the old Link's Awakening, because that one seems to be one that exists and there's trackers for it and stuff. So that might be a randomizer Link's Awakening. Yeah. So we'll have to see. Yellow was Force Link in Nintendo Land. You are 100% right. That is totally true. Yes. For whatever reason, they went with the yellow one instead of the purple one that had shown up in the Minish Cap games. Lindsay is a pink fairy because Lindsay is a pink fairy. Yep, 100% correct. Let's see.
Is there a Twilight Princess randomizer? I actually don't know.
I don't know. No. I'm not sure. If there isn't one, I would be surprised if there wasn't someone working on one. I think the trouble with a Twilight Princess randomizer is you'd have to unset a lot of events in the game. You'd basically have to set a bunch of global event flags so that going into Kakariko Village and doing the horse race situation doesn't happen, or because the problem is the first 2/3 of Twilight Princess is intensely gated.
Yeah, it guides you from event to event to event.
Yeah, it locks you out of doing stuff until you clear the next thing.
Yeah.
Until you have the ability to not be a wolf.
Right.
And then once you have the ability to freely change between, it opens up a bit, but they still railroad you a good amount. So like, there may be one, but it's probably not as interesting just because you're going to have a very small cluster of items you can work with at each stage.
Yeah, or they can keep it linearized until a certain point.
Yeah.
And then let you go off.
Yeah, exactly. So there might be some different like ways that they handle that.
It's worth looking up because I've never played Twilight Princess all the way through. I've played some of it and watched a lot of speed runs, and it's actually a really interesting speed run game. Like the tech you use in fighting and in like movement are all really neat. And yeah, pretty wild. Probably the same ones that I watch. Were they GDQs him?
Yeah,
possibly.
Sidebar real quick. Jack Brothers isn't the first SMT game, but it's the first one that we got in the States. Jack Brothers for the Virtual Boy was the first Shin Megami Tensei game to reach American shores. Hilarious.
See me stream Zelda games I haven't played. There were a bunch. Basically anything between Link to the Past. Well, no, I've played Majora, I've played Ocarina, I've played Link to the Past. I did not play Link's Awakening ever, but I've seen that now.
No.
Played some of Twilight Princess, but never beat it. What else am I missing? I saw the first 5 minutes of Skyward Sword, and that was it.
Skyward Sword has some bizarre optimization strats. Yeah. There's some weird shit going on. My joke, hilarious. Boink, boink, boink. Jeff's head on Link in a thumbnail.
Hey, the coolest thing my head's been on recently be Link. There's jokes on there. Don't worry about it.
It works. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
So moving back to Sonic. Sonic's been going well. I mentioned I think in the stream on Tuesday, we did the entirety of the main game of Sonic Advance 3 in one sitting. I guess 2 sittings, but 1 day.
Yep.
So we have beaten the standard final boss, and we are about to embark on the worst journey to go Chow hunting. So we have cleared all of the stages at this point. There were some questions about that over the past couple days. But it's going well. We actually have more than another week's worth of content in the bag. So even if we don't do any of that this weekend, which I can't, it's like the lowest priority thing that could happen this weekend. To the point where I'm assuming it's just not going to happen. Yeah. We have enough to get through the week, so we're probably won't.
The only saving grace about collecting Chow is that we have half of them already.
We have about a third, I think.
Okay.
We have a little over a third. I'd have to look at the actual list, but I think we have on average about 4 per zone. Okay. I think maybe one zone we got 8, and another one we got 7. But then there's another one we got like 1, and one where we got like 3. So there's a little of that going on. But so yeah, we'll probably be using Tails or Cream as our main, and then either the other one or somebody else as our partner. We'll have to experiment a bit to see who does like flights and just general like just traversal level. Yeah, because that's really the thing. We're gonna have a guide. We're not gonna waste time on this one because nothing is gonna be less interesting. It's exactly what I did with Sonic Advance 2, which was I looked at maps because you had to collect 5 special rings to get to the end. So I'm just like, nope, I had a map. I figured out routes based off the map and just went from there.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully it's not too brutal. The stages aren't super long, and the Chow stays caught even if you die, even if you get a game over, I think. So like I'm not too
if you
worried
touch
about
it ever, check mark.
Yeah. So that will hopefully not be too bad. It'll probably be, realistically, it's probably going to be like a week and a half, 2 weeks worth of stuff. We're going to have our map, which will help, but we do have to beat the levels again. So that's going to be a thing.
But not bad, considering.
Yeah. So yeah, all things considered, it could be a lot worse. And then we get to do the special stages, so that'll be a whole thing. But so Sonic's going well, generally speaking. Yep. We got some buffer there. In Kirby, I've mentioned it in a few spots, but I guess we may as well like state it outright, is that the next game that we're doing is finally us returning to Dreamland, as it were, with Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Nintendo Wii. We played that back in 2000 and
million years ago.
12, maybe 2011. And we never finished it. We didn't even get all that far into it, I don't think. So we have a lot of that to go that I'm not really familiar with. So that'll be interesting.
It's always fun to have new Kirby games.
Yeah, that's another one where it's like we're only doing it if and when we have 4 people for it. So if we have like 3 for a given thing, we're not gonna bother. We're just gonna wait till we have the full 4.
Yep.
So we'll see if that happens. I don't know if that's gonna happen this weekend or if it'll definitely happen next weekend because we'll have like a free space to work with. So that's what's gonna happen with that one. Resident Evil 2, we are done with Leon and Claire's story, which is the main core piece of Resident Evil 2.
I think isn't Last Survivor currently up?
Last Survivor, or the 4th Survivor, has begun. The first episode of Resident Evil 2, the 4th Survivor, which is one of the side bonus content things, is there. We have played enough to beat the 4th Survivor, and we did a little bonus content of the Tofu Survivor. We're not going to play through. Yeah, go for it. We're not going to play through the Tofu Survivor because it is massively harder. So the 4th Survivor is you playing as Alpha Team Agent Hunk, who works for Umbrella, and you have a bunch of guns, and you're just trying to escape from the bottom of the sewers all the way up and out through the police station. When you play Tofu Survivor, you don't have any guns. You have 12, either 12 or 16 12 half-dead knives and a couple medical powders.
Oh man, so
and a first aid spray.
Stabbies and like a couple of times of like stopping a zombie attack.
So you can either stop. You can actually, if you hold the left bumper, you are wielding the knife, so you can actually like stab with it, but it's useless. And so we're gonna be. We looked at it. We're not gonna be doing that one all the way through, but we do have the Ghost Survivors modes, which are 3 characters who, in the canon of the game, die, get a chance to come back and escape. Escape from the police station and that surrounding area.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, about a month from now, I think on the when is that? I think it's April 3rd. Resident Evil 3 comes out, and we're gonna be jumping into that right away.
Yeah.
The timing was great. We can just like go right on into it. So that's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. 2 was a blast. 7 was a blast also.
Yeah. So the most recent 2 Resident Evil games we played on the channel have both been like quality experiences.
Yeah. I didn't love the GameCube version of Resident Evil 1, but it was already a pretty marked improvement from the original version of the game.
Yeah.
So I can't hate on it too much. And yeah, if you beat Tofu Survivor, then you unlock different flavors of tofu, and it's essentially the same idea, but they have like different weapons. Like one of them has a flamethrower instead.
Okay.
So it's if you're into like brutal speedrun style stuff, then it can be a lot of fun. There's a lot of extra things you can do there.
Okay.
But you literally play as a giant block of tofu. It's hysterical.
I actually have never seen any like information.
Neither had I until now. But you can expect that. I think next week is when that heads down there. Star Force is in motion. We have a couple episodes of it put together. I'm already a little bit over just how constant the battles are. It seems like the battles happen a teeny bit more often in Star Force than they did in Battle Network. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, it feels like battles tend to be a bit slower pacing wise, which means in those early areas at the start of the game in Battle Network, you can kind of like do gone. And this one, it feels like it takes a little bit more time. Though that could just be I'm not used to the Star Force battle style. Yeah, Jizbeast.
Jizbeast.
Yep.
You know who I also miss?
Yep.
Greg and Jason.
Oh, Greg and Jason.
The big mecha bot and the Met.
Yeah.
That was our like
our buddies.
Our very particular build.
The champions.
And Greg basically was murdering everything, and Jason occasionally would just be like,
Yeah, Jason was just there to suck hits and distract.
Occasionally, maybe do damage.
Oh my
I'm so
god!
proud of you, Jason.
Thanks, Greg. I did my best.
I'm glad to be friends with you.
We'll be friends forever. Oh my god.
Danganronpa, we've heard of it.
Yeah, Ben streamed it with Ashley a while back.
Yeah.
Sarah's been just playing it on her own time. I can't imagine that we're going to be covering it in any kind of capacity anytime soon, just because it's so Persona-like, and I want, as much as I'm enjoying Persona 3, I need a break from Persona games when 3 is up. I'm sure at some point I'll come back to those. Probably. I don't know if I'll jump into 4 or if I'll jump directly to 5, so I'll have to see how that goes. But regardless, there's going to be some time after Persona 3 before another Persona or Persona-esque game happens. Let's see.
When are we aiming for the final Let's Play featuring the Final Fantasy series?
God.
I don't know. As soon as I can get into the schedule, when one of our other franchise Let's Plays
just
dies,
blows up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts 2 is winding down.
Yeah.
We are down to, at this point, we have 3 episodes left to air, one of which we've already recorded. We have 2 left to go.
Perfect.
And then we are done with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yep.
It's been a wild ride.
And it's on to Rick streaming 1 million hours of side
or
games
something.
And things like
I don't
that.
know. I feel like there's a plan in motion for stuff, but I have to figure out how stuff may work. Because we've also got there's some things that are games only. There's some things that have movies. So we gotta there will definitely be some DPad and chill-esque content. I debated whether we should do a movie nights thing, but I'm I don't think that they can really be treated in the same way as a film.
And I think the only people that would really get anything out of it would be me, you, and Sarah. Ben has some he's followed some of the plot of Kingdom Hearts, but hasn't been there for as much as you, me, or Sarah has. So.
So I have to see how things with that go. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. There will be a break after Kingdom Hearts 2 before anything else happens.
Yes.
So it is the first of many. It's the first of many schedule clearings. There's going to be a lot this year. I'm actually kind of excited because while I like having this broad spectrum of stuff to work with, we've been kind of in a spot where we're just kind of locked down. And Kingdom Hearts 2 will be gone for a while. Yeah. I don't know, we got to figure it. But Zelda will be ending this year. Kirby will be pretty close. I don't know if it will definitely end this year, but it'll be on its last legs next year, if it's not done this year.
Not many games left.
Sword and Pikachu and Eevee will be off the schedule and not immediately replaced with any long-running things.
Yep.
So there's a lot of stuff going on that's gonna fall off the schedule, and we'll have a lot more wiggle room to either do more high-intensity editing-based stuff,
more film projects.
Yeah. Because we have some film things planned. I need to get a hold of somebody literally as soon as we're done with this, because I don't want to say much about it because I don't know what the likelihood is of it happening, but I may have an interesting opportunity / project coming up in the near future, and I need to see if I can seal that up before I can talk about it. I probably won't talk about it right away anyway, but as soon as I can, I will once / if that becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ouya Ono. There's not a lot to say about that. Things have been moving along pretty well. We've had a pretty good string of good games recently, which means that we're going to be cursed for the next 10 weeks to play hot dog shit.
We've hit all the Didn't you guys do Killing Floor recently?
Yeah, last week was the Killing Floor Calamity, which I didn't realize. It sounded familiar and I couldn't place it. And I was mixing up with, there's a game with a very similar sounding name made by the company that Jim Sterling got into a whole fist fight with. And I want to say maybe it was Killing Fields.
Could be the Killing Fields.
But I don't remember. My right hand is off camera entirely. I went to bat for Duck Game. I will have you know.
It's true.
I was willing to give it the crown. So
I mean, okay, at this point, I am fine with admitting that Duck Game is on par, if not possibly better than Whispering Willows. But again, that's why like I was campaigning since early. Like we should go back and revisit some of these. And
The trick is going to be determining that. Like I might just go back to the videos and hear ones where we were like singing a game's praises actively.
So
and we'll
close
go
to
from
being
there.
crowned, but like so some things that like actually merit contention.
Yeah.
Go back and take a look at, because as many of you have like figured out and told us that we did Whispering Willow so early into the Ouya career that we had no real baseline. We didn't know how good a game could be on Ouya, but we had seen some really, really bad ones.
Yes.
That like lifted like, Whispering Willows and stuff.
Yeah.
And
also, as far as Pikachu and Eevee, just to jump this one real quick, what's left is actually not that much. That big chunk in the middle between Erica and Koga is easily the largest portion of the entire game. Because what we have left is John's going to get from Koga back to Sabrina, which is just Silphco, Fighting Dojo, Sabrina's Gym. After that, we're going to Cinnabar, which is basically a bunch of trainer battles, Seafoam Islands, trainer battles, the mansion, Blaine. After that, it's go up one route with trainer battles, fly to Vermilion or Viridian, and then fight Giovanni. And then is probably the second or third largest chunk of the game, which is Victory Road.
Yeah.
And then the Elite Four. Like, there's not a ton that's really left. We're definitely more than halfway through it. But we'll see how it goes. The delays on the Pikachu side obviously may have.
Yeah, we have other Pokemons to currently slog through. Before
exactly.
we
Yeah.
back
If
to...
Pikachu, if we finish Sword, and Pikachu and Eevee are like decidedly like really, really Dragon, then we might try to loop in Insurgence or Ultra Sun or something. But I don't want to. I'm not gonna like commit to that because I would rather get Eevee and Pikachu out before putting anything back in.
Yeah. Agreed.
So same goes for Yellow. Yellow's been kind of a generic sort of celebratory, hey, I'm going to do this because of XYZ sort of thing.
Right.
So I don't know how frequently, but I'll get through those as well. Sword DLC is going to happen too. It's true. I don't know how long that content is, so that's gonna be interesting. But
sorry, I'm still getting used to wearing this haircut.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, check it out, everyone.
Oh yeah.
I got my like first actual side shave haircut.
There we go.
All the way. It's kind of on camera.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm
I got
having great difficulty like dealing with these weird like little stray thingies I have to brush over and stuff.
It's the first time that I got my hair cut like pretty damn short with the little like whoop going that way. It was like, what am I doing with my head now? I don't understand how stuff works.
Yep.
Where's your baby elephant? Oh no, does Rose have a scoopafant? Whatever the weird Scoopy nose boy.
I don't know. Oh,
I forget.
Damn it. So I didn't do cosplay today because I was very lazy. But tomorrow, Saturday, a number of our friends from WPI and a couple friends who aren't are coming in Pokemon gear. I believe.
People in Holly.
Holly's doing Sonia.
I think she's doing Sonia.
She's doing Sonia.
I forget what Beeble's doing.
He's doing, and then I think. Oh wait, are Franny and Andy doing the default Sword and Shield trainers? Possibly.
They might have. I was debating doing like default trainer as well.
Get a hat and bring a Pokeball in, like.
Yeah, right. Big floppy top hat. Wear very casual clothes and put an entire trunk on my back.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, nobody. If I'll be actually wearing the like proper gray suit tomorrow.
I've seen it. It's gray.
It is gray, and it's tight.
Yeah.
It is a cheap Chinese suit, and it is for a man who is far thinner than I am.
Nice.
The vest is like a corset.
Ooh,
but it makes my tummy look good.
Nice.
And thank you very much, Zim. It is kind of punk rock. It's very different for me.
I think that's basically it for like updates and things. Geez. Yeah. Oh man, the break between Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog is very short. I don't know if I've shown you what it looks like, but man, oh man, that is a tiny little gap between two very long games. So that's going to be a thing. Genesis Mini, we just have to like find a day.
Yeah.
We've been really bad at we're literally one away from being done, and we cannot seem to make it.
We had like an immensely productive early winter, late fall.
And then it just
yeah, and then everybody was like, "Oh, what are we doing next weekend? You're out of the country for a month."
Yeah.
Like
that literally happened at one point last year. We were trying to like in the summer, we had a day where Lindsay was around because we were having like a pool party, and the subject of Pokemon Ultra Sun came up, and we're like, we could start that back up. We still got all the files and stuff.
It
like,
was
all right,
so
cool.
close.
Yeah. And then like we're just talking with each other for too long, and then CJ came by and we did Resident Evil instead. And then she went to like Europe for a month.
Yeah, Lindsay
like
just,
the next day.
She ran off into the woods of Europe to backpack around and I don't know, scare peasants or something.
I know that she did like a backpacking thing at some point.
Yeah,
and I think that might have been.
That was
might have been
right
earlier.
after we were talking about doing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon that weekend.
So that was the whole thing there. So that has literally happened before.
I wonder what Genesis mini game we'll choose next.
Yeah, it could be any of them. Any of what's left.
It could be any one.
Any one at all.
Any one.
I guess also I'm not going to drop any details for the Mega Let's Play post game just yet.
Okay.
I want that to stay kind of a surprise. It may not start on the 9th. I said the 9th on the trailer video. That revolves entirely 100% around circumstances that are not under my control. So March 9th is when allegedly we will be ready to go, but I can't say with 100% certainty. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on what's happening there.
Yeah.
But there is some interesting stuff that's in there that I guarantee nobody's thought of. My favorite part about this is hearing what some of the guesses were, and it seems like every single guess was something that was just shown in the video itself. We're like, that's a great guess. Yes, that guess you made was probably part of it. But yeah,
just say soon.
I mean, from what I have been informed of, March 9th is going to work. I don't know for certain. This is a rare case where it is not in my control. It's not in the control of anyone at the D-pad at all. A lot of times we'll try to do like a thing and one of us will be the breaking point and that'll be the lag reason. Not the case for this. This one's entirely out of everyone's control on our side. We are relying on external sources for this one, which is usually not the case. Which is the only reason that I gave that hard date was like, this is the day that, based on all the information in our possession, will work.
Yeah.
I only ever really give explicit dates for stuff if I have reason to believe that we can actually hit it. If it's not a certainty, I'll usually keep it to a month. I'll say like, all right, sometime in April, we're gonna do this thing, and then if it falls behind, then that kind of thing. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'm very excited because it means that we're going to have. I want to see what people's reactions to some of these things will be.
If they like buy them as part of the post game or not.
Yeah. Because most of this was planned. Some of it wasn't, but most of it was.
Mr. Bucket, let's play.
Yeah. So we could do Mr. Bucket. Why not? Mr. Bucket was Pokemon. We gotta save that for when we do Insurgents. We'll bring it back. We'll introduce him Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket was part of my Eevee run, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. I was like, was that Eevee or was that back in Pokemon Moon?
No.
But
that
was
Pokemon
Eevee.
Let's Go.
Yep.
Mr.
But yeah.
Bucket.
So I'm excited for it.
Yep.
I think it'll be a much more fun trip than some portions of the actual like proper Mega Let's Play had been. So I think that'll be a good time.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's all we really have. I'm trying to think if we missed anything, but I was happy in the Beast Plus video that I got to use the N-Gage again.
Oh yeah,
that was a fun excuse to pull that out. I had to relearn how to. So the worst. Oh, it's such a bummer because I want to zoom that camera out so you can see the whole N-Gage. The problem is when you play a video on the N-Gage, the top half of the screen is like now playing file name.
0 minutes, 0 seconds out of 0 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm just like, I just want the display to go away.
It kind of breaks the like.
Keep an eye on emails. Literally, like probably tonight. I will probably actually be doing that immediately after this while I'm contacting a person about a different thing.
Chocolates.
Yes. So that will be good.
We weren't actually in a video call?
No, I didn't get a video call with John where I had subtitles happening live on the screen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Would that I could. I wish the N-Gage could support that.
Yeah.
It's hilarious trying to get stuff onto the N-Gage. It has a total storage capacity of, I believe, 16 megabytes.
Wow.
And 6 of those are unusable.
Wow.
So I had to put those on like a few clips at a time, film them, and then delete stuff and then reload and go from there. Like, It was slow.
It was a baby storage.
Yeah, same thing goes for the previous thing when we did, I think it was an Evil Ben thing that we did on the N-Gage.
That he sent a something.
Yeah. Cool. So anyway, I think that's about it.
Want to do like 5-10 minutes tops of final questions, and then it's back to the hotel room to drink beverages and play Smash Brothers?
Yeah, I might need to take a minute to do a thing, but otherwise,
I'm not in a rush.
Yeah.
We can also possibly join up with Dave and the rest of them to play some board games as well.
Yep. I'll be down for either of those.
I guess one last thing. Tomorrow, we have Shuffleboard here at 1, which we'll try to set up the camera just so maybe you can watch at a distance and, have like a nice PAX ASMR stream.
Yeah.
But at the same time, tomorrow I want to do some like streaming from the floor here with like a bunch of people. So I'm thinking League, just because I know some, a number of you watch it, and these guys play it. So possibly tomorrow around maybe 2 o'clock, 2:30. I don't know exactly how long the finals are going to take for Shuffleboard, but somewhere 2:30.
Probably not long, like half an hour tops, I think.
Yeah, so I'll give myself to 2:30, and then hopefully summon up Dave's brother, Jeff's brother Dave, and Evil Hippie, and Beans, and Chewbacca, and see if many of them want to, play some League, and then any of you guys who are available possibly hop in. Yeah, it should be at 2 p.m. I'll send out, a Discord notification, and, if it somehow doesn't work out playing League, then I'll, just play something else. So at some point tomorrow, we'll do a stream, or I'll do a stream, and we'll hang out. Rick will be,
I'll probably do my thing, or chilling, or just wander the floor or something.
Yep.
I don't know how much actual like journalism stuff we're gonna pull off during this. I feel like we got all the way up to it, and it's like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
So
we met a number of people who are actual media badge holders, and like looking at talking to them, I think would be good about approaching some of this stuff, because they have scheduled times where they just walk up and walk directly into something.
I think you pretty much need the media badge to be able to really set that stuff up, because they see that. Because I think the first year that we came, we had media badges because of Unregular Radio, and you would just walk by a thing and they'd call out to you being like, hey, you want to check this out?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, okay, sure.
Right.
So like, that's like a whole thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll investigate that going on in the future.
To answer the question, nobody. I am in the normal universe. I'm in the normal dimension universe thing. John is, who knows?
Clearly, with this haircut, you know which Geoff I am.
Well, it's the red vest gives it away. Also, he has a beard. That was I felt a little guilty doing the nice, very cool.
Oh, rad!
I felt a little bit guilty doing the Oh yeah, check this out. Ooh,
Chewbacca from the Discord just got this pretty rad fucking T-shirt.
The I lost it.
What we were talking about?
Yep.
Was it some of the editing of the?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I felt bad doing the weird pitch shifting on your voice because like you did a good job of like the weird like evil showman kind of thing. But I was just like, no, I have to. Evil Ben's got a distorted voice. I got to give Evil Geoff one too.
Yeah, no, it worked. Now that I know what it sounds like, it's a little easier.
Yep,
you know.
Yep. Oh.
Okay, so yeah.
Jim, look, I watched the Mario movie when it was new, and it was never good. I'm sorry, it was never good. I'm so sorry.
I'm like halfway on that.
It's an okay movie.
Somebody playing Altered Beast over
there? Yes,
there?
they are. It's an okay movie, but it sure is not a good like video gaming movie.
Yeah, I have a special place in my heart for the Mario movie, but I would never be like, that is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
No, it is.
I like the interpretations of Mario and Luigi by Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
Yeah, I like John Leguizamo the most in that movie.
I think Dennis Hopper as Bowser is very weird. Toad's incredibly weird.
They were like
Yoshi, also super weird.
There was an incredible amount of behind-the-scenes tension in that movie.
There's a husband and wife team that directed it or produced it. I forget which.
Yeah.
They had no experience in film production at all.
Yeah, but then even the actors were shitting on each other. And...
Yeah, it was a messed up film shoot in a big way.
But okay, so we got to close it out. Oh, I just forgot that vibrated the whole camera. We got to close it out. If you have any final questions you want to shotgun us so we can go through in like 5 minutes, just because, we did a lot of talking, and if anybody had a question that they missed, yeah, fire it out. But otherwise, we'll probably wrapping up in the next couple of minutes.
Yep. I'm excited for 2020. I'm excited for for a handful of franchise plays to start winding down.
What's AM2R?
AM2R is the fan-made Metroid 2 remake.
Oh.
That got a C&D from Nintendo. They probably would have done it anyway, but it probably didn't help that they were actively working on a Metroid 2 remake officially. So having a fan-made one also, in the works at the time is probably not great.
We might get to it, but there's enough in the Metroid pantheon that if we're really doing a marathon, going through the rest of the games, there's so many. But you never know.
Yeah. No Christmas plans yet. I'm sure as we get into the summer is usually when I start thinking about ideas for what Christmas specials could be.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll figure something out for it. Nothing off the top of my head, because I like if at least half of the stuff we do for Christmas can be like relevant to what we're doing. How's it smell over there? It smells okay right now.
It smells okay.
My computer neighbor is not here right now, but earlier in the day he had some kind of food that reeked.
Just smelled really bad.
It was potent.
So I'm gonna pick you guys up again and show you. So normal PAX is usually pretty good, but if you see this sky bridge. It's really hard to move it in my hand when it's reversed and in a weird thing. The sky bridge that kind of goes. Yes, the sky bridge that goes across right there.
Ooh, there it is.
My head's in the way.
It goes there.
There's a couple of them in the convention, and they are lovingly known as funk tunnels. Because sometimes you get a lot of nerds who just go up there and sit down and then just funk.
Yep.
And not the music.
You should tell them the story about the bathroom from today.
Oh my God.
Your brother was telling me about what went down. I'm like, oh my God.
So, all right, this is a. All right, we'll see you later.
Later, radar.
Hopefully we're not actually dropping too many frames. So hopefully it's on that side. Yeah, that hall is legendarily bad. So the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom right over there, kind of. I think you can see the women's in the background, but the men's is right there. Earlier on in the day, I had to pee, and I walked in the bathroom and waited in line, and then one of the stalls opened up, and a guy walked out, and I walked right in. And as I was walking into the stall, my eyes saw the toilet, and I realized that it was a half an inch from overflowing the top with pee and toilet paper in it. No solids, thankfully. But the toilet was a half an inch from overflowing the whole bowl. And my brain was immediately like, no, I'm going to wait another turn for the urinal.
Yep.
So the problem is I was already stepping in to the stall and looking down at the toilet bowl. And by the time I realized that the toilet bowl was almost full, I started to step back, but the automated motion sensor that flushes the fucking toilet caught my motion of approaching the toilet and then being like, nope. So it immediately starts flooding. Just like, it was like this close to the top, and I was like, maybe it won't rise more than, and it was like, in 1 second. So there's a lake of water starts forming underneath the toilet, and all I could think to do was just back out of the stall, and to no one in particular in the bathroom, I was just like, yeah, don't use that one. So apparently, yeah, I peed and just ran away. And there was somebody in the stall. So this was like, it was 3 stalls, and this was on the end, and there was somebody in the middle stall with the door closed. So that toilet overflowed into their stall while they were in it. And like, I couldn't do anything for him. Like, I feel bad for I couldn't have known it was going to automatically go off because of the like sensor.
Yeah.
But I still feel really bad for the person in the middle stall. But anyway, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I just turned around and was like, don't use that one, and then went to the urinal and quickly effed off as hard as I could.
Oh my god.
End of the story is that apparently nobody paid attention to my warning or listened, because that bathroom flooded. The whole floor is covered in urine water. And there's a drain in there too. Like, there's a floor drain, but no tile in that bathroom is not peaked upon.
We should point out it's a bathroom that's literally right.
Yeah.
So that's the ladies' room. This right here, this door that I'm pointing at, that's the men's room.
Right
it's like
there,
60 feet away from us.
Yeah. This is where we like hung out with all the DPad people. Who came
that was last
year. They have like this corn dogs and fried Oreos and stuff right there right now. So there's not as much space as there used to be. But
Jesus Christ, yeah. I wish that like the closest I've ever come to something like that, aside from occasionally there have been toilet overflow things, where just kind of like, well, I can't deal with this if I don't, or if I'm just fast with fixing this, and then no. Yeah. But in school, it was probably like 3rd grade. I was just using the bathroom, and all of a sudden, a student comes in with a teacher, and they sound like they're in a hurry. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? And door open, door barely starts to slam when you hear the liquid sounds erupting, and you hear the splish, splash, splash. But then, like, everyone kind of knows what the sound of puking into a toilet sounds like. It's a very wet. It sounds like you took a pitch. Someone just went blah kind of thing. Probably on top of human sounds of misery. The sound suddenly shifted tone, and I was like, what is that? And as I'm starting to, in my head, go, what is that? I see this slow puddle of vomit just approach from under the stall wall into mine. I was like,
nope.
Open the door.
Nope.
like I was like midstream, and I was like, stop. Okay, flush, get out of here. Go. Yeah. Just like watching it just approach, and was like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's as close as it gets. So I can feel for the guy in the other stall, watching this like slightly tinged puddle just approach from the side.
Usually I try to be more helpful, but
probably then hearing, oh, nobody used that.
Yeah, that was the thing. As what like, if the toilet's overflowing, what do I do? Like, yell into the stall, like, yeah, that's pee water. Like, it's
pee water, but it's okay because it's not mine.
Yeah, if it touches you, that's 7 people's pee water. All right, thanks.
It's a stacked sandwich of pee. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So anyway, I tried my best, but
yeah,
that bathroom is... I just warned.
Oh my god.
I just warned. The real criminal here is the motherfucker who walked out of the stall 1 second before I walked into it and pissed on the top of a clogged toilet, I guess? Like... Anyway, this is not exactly where I thought we'd end the stream, but I feel like it's probably where we should end the stream.
This is the cloggy piss stream. I think we're probably pretty good at this point.
Yeah.
To answer the question of where I met people, Geoff and Sarah I met in college. John and CJ I met. John I met just prior to doing Something Remote, and CJ I literally met on the set of Something Remote. Everybody else I met through John and or CJ. Mm-hmm. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that I didn't meet through one of them. Lindsay and Sanchez I met through CJ and Felice. Felice I met through CJ. Meg I met through John. Ben I met through John and Meg. Caroline I met through John and Meg.
The Cloggy Piss stream?
Yeah. There's no titles for the streams, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Otherwise, the Cloggy Piss stream would definitely work.
It was indeed the #1.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I guess the guy didn't go close enough to the sensor to trigger it or something.
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity Online could be interesting.
I've actually thought about, I've been toying around with the idea of trying to manually code a Cards Against Humanity system. It wouldn't even be hard, actually. It's just, at the end of the day, you would just feed it a JSON list of black and white cards as your decks, and then it just runs itself. So it's not even all that hard to do. No, I forget when the first time I actually met Lindsay before most of the DPad. So obviously I knew you and Sarah from before the DPad was a thing.
Yeah.
I met CJ and John fairly early. Before the DPad got started, I met Lindsay at a party at CJ's place. I may have met Meg there also. I may have. I don't think I did, but then I re-met Lindsay years later. I went to play like some Dracula board game. It may just be called Dracula with CJ and Felice at their place. And then the next time, I think I ran into her a couple times because she lived with them for like when they were like wrestling event parties and stuff.
Yeah.
But okay.
That's probably it for now, I think.
Yeah. The reason I wanted to code it was because then I could fill it with my own like random stuff easily.
Your own cards.
Our own like DPad themed card stuff. But regardless, I think that's it for this stream. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah.
The March stream, which will almost certainly be patrons only, $9 tier and up. The only reason I'm saying probably is because that is essentially the anniversary stream. Because it's like going to be a few days before. It'll probably be a patron only one. Maybe the April one will wind up being a public one. But regardless, that'll be on March, I think, 27th, 17th. Yeah, the Friday the 27th of March, I believe, will be the next Patreon hangout. And it'll be a $9 tier. So if you want to check that out, you can go to patreon.com/dpadfm.
Yep.
I still need to work on a more unified stream layout for these because like I would like to have a little extra branding, a little like some links and things that are visible there.
Just slapped this together like
minutes before we started.
Of slobs, yeah.
Yep.
Like we had to remake the scene, and I just like it's super basic. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is it for tonight.
Yep.
And I'll see you guys next time. We got some good stuff coming, and hopefully we'll have, at the very least, even if zero recording if zero recording happens this weekend, we got Sonic Advance, Sonic Advance 3, we got Resident Evil 2, and we will have Rings of Adventure. But we'll see if we can get some of the other stuff moving, because we've been a little bit stagnated, so we'll figure that out. But
all right, I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully around 2 p.m. We'll have other friend cameos and stuff. Rick will be here, but I'll post in the Discord and keep you updated.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye, friendos. Catch you later.
Bye.